Buying a full stack PC might go out of your budget, but you always have the freedom to choose the parts separately. Today we have one such video for you. The ultimate PC build for under 1 lakh Indian rupees. Recent advancements in AI and gaming have paved way to power-hungry machines. So we decided to put together a set of parts that can handle both computational and graphic-intense programs. Starting off, for the CPU, we are going to go with the Intel Core i7-8700. This is one of the best upgrades Intel has ever provided between two generations. With 6 cores and 12 threads, it's going to fly through any task you perform, be it CPU heavy or not. Features like hyperthreading and turbo boost enable the processor to unlock its full potential during heavy workloads. With a base clock of 3.2 GHz and a boost up to 4.6, this beast is definitely going to chew up games even at the maximum settings. One small drawback is that this isn't overclockable, but that isn't going to be a problem as the stock speeds are powerful enough. And as for cooling, we are using the stock Intel cooler. Now since we aren't going to be overclocking the CPU, this cooler should be pretty much efficient. The motherboard of choice is the ROG Strix H370F Gaming. We opted to go with a H series motherboard because it has most of the features of a Z series motherboard, but at a much lower cost. Aesthetically speaking, this is one good looking motherboard. The pre-mounted IO shield is a convenient add-on, and it also houses this amazing ROG logo with a light strip which displays colors so elegantly. These colors can be changed using Aura Sync. It has 4 RAM slots which will support DDR4 memory up to a max speed of 2666 MHz. The reinforced PCIe slot allows the GPU to stay in place without sagging or breaking. Then there are the usual components like an M2 drive slot, a USB 3.1 header for the front ports, an RGB pin header which supports Aura Sync, and 6 SATA 6 GB per second ports. A standout feature about the Strix H370F is that you can 3D print parts for the motherboard like the nameplate shields or M2 fan holders with the provided design file. Now sky's the limit for what you are going to print. Now as for the RAM, we are going to go with a 16GB kit from HyperX. This is dual channel memory and hence it will be faster than single channel RAM. Dual channel likely will not show any huge difference in gaming, but for rendering, compiling and encoding there is a dramatic advantage. Since we emphasize more towards video production and heavy graphic designing more than gaming, dual channel memory was our best option. The 3990 MHz RAM is a beast of a module as it helps a lot with heavy multitasking. With our professional work growing more power hungry, we might upgrade the RAM to 32 GB in the near future. The GPU of choice is the Galax 1060 3GB version. Nvidia 1060 cards are the perfect mix between value and performance. It can handle 1080p gaming like a champ, and with 1152 CUDA cores, it can definitely handle 1080p video edits, graphic design and other intensive tasks, no problem at all. And by no means is it going to be as powerful as a 1070 or a 1080 or say even a 1080 Ti, but it can definitely get the job done. Due to the small form factor, there isn't any GPU sag, and the lower TDP of the card allows it to be more power efficient. Storage is one of the strongest points of this build. Here we are going to go with the SSD plus HDD route. For the SSD, the Samsung 850 EVO 250GB was our choice. It is one of the best SSDs on the market right now, and this currently houses the operating system and other important softwares. For storing larger files, we have a 2TB Seagate hard drive with a rated speed of 7200 RPM. Here we store all our games, video files and other larger data. With this SSD plus HDD combo, we most probably won't end up upgrading our storage for some time now. Powering all this is a 550 watt power supply from Corsair. Due to the lower power consumption of every component used in this build, the 550 watt PSU is more than adequate here. Even for future expansions or upgrades like replacing the GPU with a much powerful one, this power supply can definitely handle that. The only gripe we have are the ketchup and mustard cables used here, but that's a small fix with help of few sleeved extension cables. Now all these wonderful hardware is housed inside the Cooler Master Elite 431 mid-tower case. This is definitely not the most good looking or easy to work with case, but due to budget restrictions we had to opt for this. But an upgrade to a much better case like the NZX3 S340 Elite is definitely in works. For now, the Cooler Master Elite 431 does an okay job, but the cable management is unbearable. Anyways, here we are at the end. If you guys want us to make more such videos, definitely leave in your suggestions below. And until then, stay tuned.
This empty town, we're searching for the lost and found. But you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving.